Hey, what is happening, guys? It is Austin with Gone in 60. There's a few things that I don't like about my Camaro. Let's talk about them. So I've owned this car about 7 months, about 6,000 miles on the car. These are things that I don't like. The things that I love far outweigh the things that I don't, but let's jump into the things that I don't like. So one of the things that I don't like about this car compared to the other cars that I've owned, the big muscle car brands, this car is a rock magnet, and I am so glad that I got on my rock guards. I'm so glad that I did paint protection film up to here. It has chewed through paint protection film. This car, if and these wheels are a little bit dirty, but say I drive it for a week of normal driving, I will have literally a puddle of rocks sitting in there. These 1LE tires or track performance tires, they kick up everything. But I've literally had rocks just sitting up on my hood. I've had rocks come down in here. You can see over here, that I literally have rocks, a rock wedged right there, a rock wedged right there. These things are rock magnets. So just be prepared. If you're buying one of these, make sure before you take it anywhere that you get paint protection film. It has saved this car's paint in so many different ways, and the rock guards are critical. You will get hammered right here in this section, especially down low. So that is the first thing that I just really haven't liked about the car. Another thing, the trunk, it's not bad. Right now I have my golf clubs in there. This is an extremely tight fit. Hopefully I didn't break my driver. But the opening to the trunk, Chevy, I had a subwoofer back here, really hard to get in and out of. The trunk is fairly deep. It's pretty good, but this opening is just poorly designed. It is not good, and that's all I want to say about that. Wireless charger, yeah, don't think this is a benefit. I was really excited about the wireless charger, but yeah, I decided to never use it again because really it doesn't do anything. Another thing, there is really next to no storage in this car. I can't even fit my sunglasses in here. Let me show you guys my case. So this is my case, just kind of a Maui Gym standard case, but I cannot get that to fit in there. So it's like, okay, no big deal. Where else are we gonna put our sunglasses? Normally people put their sunglasses, it won't fit in here, it won't fit in there. Same over on this side, same marriage. Yeah, you might be able to set it right here. I literally have to put my sunglasses in the glove box, on the front seat or back seat. I'm not big into storage. I don't buy these cars for storage. I know that's a crazy thing to complain about, but when you can't find a compartment to fit your sunglasses, kind of a problem. And I know I've talked about it in length. I'm not the biggest fan of these seats. The Alcantara in the car, I don't like taking care of Alcantara. I have done some videos on how to care for it, how to take care of it. It is just a preference thing. It's a feel thing. It's a conditioning thing. It just kind of gets nasty after a while, and I just much prefer leather. But when it comes to the seats, I notice that I'm about 200 pounds, roughly, give or take a few pounds, maybe more. But sitting in these seats are comfortable. They have gotten better over time, but I just find, especially on this driver's side, just my left butt over here, my left butt cheek, I don't really like it as much. It's just not as comfortable. I have heard the ZL1 seats are a little bit better. I think overall it has gotten better with time, these Recaro racing seats, but these seats aren't my favorite. The regular 2SS seats without the 1LE option is what I actually prefer. I'll throw a screenshot up on the screen just for you guys to be able to see, but as it pertains to the Chevy Camaro, many of you know about this if you have one, or many of you have heard me talk about it in some of the videos that I have. However, the manual transmission, one of the ways to save on the gas guzzler tax, which you didn't have to pay for on the manual Camaro, is they actually will force you to shift gears sometimes. If you're going really slow from taking off from a stoplight and you don't rev it up to a super high RPM, it'll automatically shut out the gate to second gear, to third gear, and you can shift it into fourth gear. So it goes from first to fourth. It hasn't bothered me, but it has a mind of its own sometimes when it wants to work. And at the end of the day, you're buying a manual car. I don't like being controlled when to shift. My Challenger didn't have it, my Mustang didn't have it. But it is something that I hate. You can get a skip shift eliminator on these cars, but I just think it's kind of silly to be able to have that feature. The way I drive, it doesn't always hit me, but sometimes it will hit me when I'm not expecting it, and I don't like that. All right, auto rev match. You obviously just have these two little paddles right here. I much preferred the auto rev match in my Mustang because it stayed on all the time. I know this sounds really lazy and it sounds dumb, but because I have to flick this button to turn on auto rev match, I rarely use the auto rev match. I actually think even just the auto rev match feature itself and how it, you know, revs up the car before you downshift in another gear, Mustang was much better at it and much smoother at it than Chevy was. I just wish these I could leave on all the time. So when you turn off the car, rev match turns off. I'm someone that I like to just leave that stuff on. This has been a new discovery of mine, but one thing I've noticed, so obviously this changes the temperature as you move it up and down. This right side always blows warmer than this side. So if I have the heat on, the AC on, whatever it might be, the temperature on both of these are never the same, even if they're synced. I know right now that's at 80, this is at 72, but if I were to sync them and have them both be at 72, it is very apparent to me, based on how this is designed, that one side blows a little bit warmer than the other side. I can't explain that. I don't know why that is. That's even on the sync setting, but it is a little bit different. They both blow at different temperatures. And what's weird, and maybe I got my sides mixed up, but so I have AC on right now. AC feels a lot colder on this side than it does on this side. I can't explain it. I don't know why, but I don't like that. If you are buying the 1LE package, these tires are meant for the track. They're not the best tires to daily drive on. I have not had issues really at all in rain and snow when it comes to my muscle cars. I daily drive them. But if you are buying this car, don't be cheap like me and get a different set of tires, because these tires are pure summer only tires. And even if it rains, this car has made me the most nervous on surfaces compared to all of my other cars, and I'll just leave it at that. And one feature that I was extremely excited about with this car was the Apple wireless CarPlay. I don't use it. And I don't use it because most always the song breaks up, it starts. It does not work well on this car. I have a brand new iPhone. I've tried older iPhones. I've tried new iPhones. I've checked on software. I literally turn off the Wi-Fi component in the car and just run straight Bluetooth because I don't like listening to a song. It breaks up, it stops. I had so many issues with it connecting, disconnecting. So that is one last thing that I will add, is that the wireless CarPlay in here doesn't work well. And I think that might be more of a function of Apple. I don't know. I know other manufacturers have the same issue. All right, guys, so that's it. I love this car. I am so happy with this car, but those are things that I don't like. So maybe if some of these things are pet peeves to you guys, maybe think about it before you buy it. I'm Os with Gone in 60. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video.